A Central Florida man turned to West 2 Investigates to help prove his innocence after Orlando police mistakenly identified him as a suspect using facial recognition technology.
Jaleel Richardson is back home in Charlotte after spending months in jail, most of it in Florida, for a crime he did not commit. Court documents say the man who bought the vehicle also told a deputy the suspect gave him this fake Georgia ID. That deputy then used AI to try and match a suspect to those pieces of evidence. AI matched that suspect to Richardson with 85% accuracy.
I'm no stranger to AI. Using AI is great, but the saying continues to prove true. There's nothing that police can't make worse. Well, in this case, cops are using AI in a very harmful way, and it's to do their job for them. Instead of investigate, they use AI, and AI got it wrong, and innocent citizens paid the price.
Now, a Southwest Florida man who went through a similar wrongful arrest is taking legal action.
West 2 Investigates reporter Justin Shecker found out that new lawsuit cites our own exclusive reporting.
Robert Dillon is still haunted by what happened to him 2 years ago.
I don't think I'll ever trust law enforcement again.
The commercial crabber from Fort Myers was wrongly accused of trying to lure a child at a fast food restaurant in a place he's never visited, 300 miles away from his home in Jacksonville Beach.
So I just want to make sure we heard that clearly. This man was arrested for a crime that, one, he never committed, and two, for a crime that took place 300 miles away in a completely different part of the state. A place he's never been to, because police don't police. Now police use AI.
Tell you what, man, I'm gonna put you in the cuff in the front.
This is nuts.
A Jacksonville Sheriff's Office employee identified Dillon as the suspect based off an incorrect AI-assisted facial recognition match for this grainy surveillance photo.
This was all a storm. And now I'm just fighting for, so this doesn't happen to anybody else.
A year later, it happens again.
Why, I'm innocent, man. I didn't do this.
This time in Central Florida.
I need you to put your hands behind your back.
For what?
You got a warrant.
For what?
I'll tell you.
Bo Burgess saw the reporting by our sister station in Southwest Florida, Gulf Coast News.
A man, Robert Dillon, wrongfully arrested for facial recognition. And I was like, well, click on this to see, because this looks similar to my case, and it really is.
Burgess was arrested on warrants for fraud and theft crimes he did not commit in June 2025 at 2 Universal Orlando Resort hotels.
I appreciate everything West 2 News has done.
When West 2 Investigates started questioning Orlando police about this case, the chief of staff denied the use of facial recognition in an email last November. But their own internal investigation later revealed an officer ran a still image through the Faces database. That image appeared to be taken from the body-worn camera of the Cabana Bay trespass.
So basically it's going to be a trespass from all Universal Studios properties.
We've blurred the man's face.
What was your name?
Brian.
Brian. All right, here's yours.
But he's clearly not Burgess.
And in the video, he has shorts on. He has no tattoos at all on his legs, and my legs are covered in tattoos.
So again, there's nothing that cops can't make worse. All this took was a little bit of police work. Even if you use the AI, okay, the AI can lead you in the right direction, maybe to ask this person a question, or investigate. The AI is not designed to solve the case for you. And that's what they're doing. They're using the AI to be the detective, and so that way they can just make simple and easy arrest. All you had to do was look at the guy's legs, find out if there's any identifying markers like tattoos, and you will have clearly seen these are two different people. Not to mention, if AI is only getting it 85% correct, that is not enough to make an arrest. These cops are idiots.
The state attorney's office later dismissed the cases against Burgess. West 2 Investigates has now learned he's mentioned in a new federal lawsuit. The ACLU filed it on behalf of Robert Dillon.
We're now seeing just a scourge across the country of police using this unreliable technology
trusting the results, letting incorrect results taint their investigations, and arresting totally innocent people.
The complaint says, as in Mr. Dillon's case, the officer sought a warrant based on erroneous FRT result from faces, followed by a photo lineup. The Orlando officer concealed his use of and reliance on faces in the warrant application. Dillon's lawsuit seeks a payout, and his attorneys want police agencies to adopt policies that put more safeguards in place when using this type of AI.
It's a tremendously dangerous technology when it's misused in this way.
According to the ACLU, Dillon and Burgess are among the 15 known people nationwide wrongly arrested by police because of facial recognition.
Like, this could happen to anybody. I mean, it could happen to you.
For West 2 Investigates, I'm Justin Shecker.
PSO says proper safeguards were in place, and it was wrong for the JBPD officer to determine probable cause existed to arrest someone solely based on their photo appearing in a facial recognition photo array. Pinellas deputies also say facial recognition is a valuable investigative tool that helps solve crimes and affect public safety.
Well, I don't know how true that is. I guess it could be an effective tool, but I think it's probably not the tool that's the problem. It's the tools that are using the tool. The cops that are just arresting innocent citizens for, 85% matches when there's still a big percentage, 15%. Like, you may say, well, that's not that big. Well, in a situation like this, that's huge. 15% chance that this may be the wrong person. And guess what? These are not the only two individuals this happened to. Check this out.
And I sat in there for over 50 days in the most worst jail ever.
Jaleel Richardson is back home in Charlotte after spending months in jail, most of it in Florida, for a crime he did not commit.
Very traumatizing and unbelievable. I lost everything.
According to court documents, a man in Jacksonville, Florida, contacted law enforcement after he tried to register his new car and found out it was stolen. That alleged purchase happened on April 2nd of 2025. Surveillance video from the parking lot he bought it in was recovered by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Court documents say the man who bought the vehicle also told a deputy the suspect gave him this fake Georgia ID. That deputy then used AI to try and match a suspect to those pieces of evidence. AI matched that suspect to Richardson with 85% accuracy.
There was no proper investigation done to even reach out to me or to see if I was even in Florida.
So let's get this right. There's an 85% chance that this may be your guy. As I stated a second ago, there's still a huge 15% chance that this may not be the guy. But we have a fake Georgia ID for a North Carolina man who supposedly committed a crime in Florida, a place he's never been to. And all it would have taken was to just make sure he was in North Carolina when he stated he was in North Carolina, and you would have known that the AI did not give you a 100% match, and you would have known that that fake ID does not come back to him, and you would have also known that he was not in Florida. Easy. Well, maybe not so easy for these guys.
The man who called the sheriff's office also picked Richardson out of a lineup. An arrest warrant was issued. Richardson was picked up from his home. He says he was held in the Mecklenburg County Jail for a month and then extradited to Florida, where he was held for almost another 2 months. Prosecutors dropped the case last week after Richardson's attorney showed timesheets proving he was at work 400 miles away when the stolen car was sold.
So let's get this right. In the first story, we see a guy who's arrested for a crime in a place he's never been to that's 300 miles away from his home. And then we have another guy who's arrested for a crime that he's innocent of, and it would have been easy for the police to just simply look at him to see that he's covered in tattoos on his legs, and the guy that they're looking for has absolutely no tattoos whatsoever. Now we're looking at a guy who's accused of committing a crime in a state that he's never been to, but with the fake ID from a different state, but yet he's 400 miles from the place that he was supposed to be in when committing this crime. And all the cops had to do was look at his timesheet to see that he was actually at work at the time they believe this crime took place. If this doesn't ring a bell, set an alarm, blow the trumpet, sound the alarm, should I say, if this doesn't do it, I don't know what will.
Richardson says he has never even been to Florida, and his attorney tried to present that evidence for months.
I want to say racial profiling because the guy said it was a guy with dreads and a big nose.
That alleged profiling and AI inaccuracy cost Richardson big time. He lost his job and his home while he was in jail. He also says he lost custody of 2 of his children.
I'm not sure how I'm going to bounce back from this one. You know, it's a lot. I'm just taking it one day at a time.
And the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office did respond to our request for comment. Here it is on your screen. They said in part, facial recognition technology is used as one tool among many available to investigators. In this case, it was one tool, but certainly not the only tool which lent to the probable cause determination that Mr. Richardson was the perpetrator of these crimes.
These morons can just never say, hey, look, we were wrong, we messed up. I don't know why it's so hard to do. We were wrong. We use AI, we misused the tools that used the tool messed it up, okay? We were wrong. I don't know why that's so hard to do. To this day, that guy's still looking for work. He's out of a job. And even to the companies that, you know, fire or let their employees go, in situations like this, do you guys even look at these news clips? Do you not see that this is nowhere near this guy's fault and give him his job back? He lost his children, all right? And I'm sure that had to go through the court process. Like, does the court not come back and reverse that decision because all of this was not his fault? It's so many things that these police officers who do not know how to do their jobs properly, there are so many problems they cause in the lives of everyday citizens. And guess what? When we wake up and go about our day tomorrow, that citizen is still suffering in many ways because of what these cops did to them. Those problems don't go away overnight for them. They suffer and they continue to suffer, and their life becomes that much harder because of idiot police who do not know how to do their job. This is the nightmare of policing in America, where you don't have to know how to do your job to actually have that job. You don't have to know the law to actually enforce the law. The only job in America that it works that way. This is a nightmare. Make sure you know your rights and protect yourself. I pray you stay safe. With that being said, we the people, you, signing off.